This video is sponsored by Birch Living. There'll be more on that later.
I'm Timmy and I'm at the bottom of the well. I think my boot sprung a leak actually. Or something went in it. Uh-oh. You know, it'd be really cool if I found like a big old piece of gold. Oh, it's a green rock. Does that mean we're close to gold? Hello! Hello! Hello in there!
Well, good morning, guys. Today we're doing a hand-dug well.
I'm coming to you from in the bottom of a well. No, I'm kidding. I'm actually in the sideways of a well. We haven't actually set this well in yet. It is currently in the horizontal position. I am wedged in it. And I'm just trying to get used to this, you know, closed quarters, because this is where we're going to be for the next couple of days. Because we're hand digging a well. Because as much as I like using rainwater, it's not the cleanest. So our attempt is going to be to hand dig a well the way they used to do it back in the day. All right, gotta get out of this pipe.
All right, we're out of the pipe. Now it's Don's turn. You want to go try that?
No.
Okay. Did it looked too much fun, didn't it?
Did I don't want to have too much fun.
All right, cool. Grab a shovel.
You guys are in the bottom of the well. Well, you're not yet. You guys are in the perspective of what you guys are gonna see.
It's Timmy. Timmy's down at the bottom of the well.
Okay, so here's the plan. We've got a 4-foot section of this culvert. It's about 30 inches in diameter. And we've got two sections. One's 4 feet and one's about 5 feet. So we got about 9 feet of well. But what we have to do is sink this guy in to the ground right about here, because what we want to do is have continuous supply of fresh water. First, we got to get digging. Take a look at that baked potato already. We're not even in the dirt yet. And we've already got massive boulders. That's gonna be fun. In order to start our well, we removed all of the loose wood chips that we had laying around the hole, because we want to actually put those in later. And then we took the culvert that we had and kind of loosely placed it to determine what size we needed, because digging a hole and moving a hole is extremely difficult. Once that was done, we used a pickaxe to kind of break the surface of the soil. Then we used shovels and we shoveled them into wheelbarrows. We're just going to rinse and repeat that until we're down far enough to actually place the culvert in the hole. All right, well, I quickly realized that moving the wheelbarrow is not very much fun, so instead I'm going to use this trailer and just kind of cart it away that way. So we just have to shovel it in the trailer, and then we can move it away. Let's see how far we are down. We are down about a foot. We have about 8 feet, well, about 9 feet left to go. And it appears to be solid clay and rock, which can be a good thing and a bad thing. Ideally, we're going to get to like a sand layer, which will either have a spring in it and there'll be some fresh water coming out of it, or we hit nothing. Hopefully that's not the case. We've been saving these guys anytime we see a rock or a pebble or anything like that, because we need a lot of rock and pebble. And it's not as useful as the clay. So we're putting those guys aside because we can use it for other projects. Like that guy there, that's a nice one. And that one. So yeah. Well, there's good news and there's bad news. I guess it's not bad news. Our goal is to dig a well. So as you can see, let's see if I can show you. You can see we've hit water. We're probably down about 3 feet. You can see that sand. See that sand there? It's like when you dig at the beach, you can see the water kind of permeating up through that sandy layer there, right there. See the water? So this is the stuff we have to kind of be careful about, is because once that starts caving in, we don't really want to be down here. That's the Yeah, once it starts caving in, we don't really want to be down here. We actually put a piece of culvert down here to kind of act as a like a protection from caving in and rocks falling on your head. I don't feel overly scared right now because we're not that far under the earth. If you like stand up, you're out of the ground. It's about waist deep right now, but there is water coming in. It's good. Yeah, I bet you overnight if we left this, we would probably be knee deep in water, I'd imagine. But the idea is to have a pretty big basin, so we want to go down 10 feet. So we got about, how many feet left we got to go down?
6.
6. We got to go 6 feet from here, which is a lot of digging. There's water coming in. You can actually see it coming in. So I don't know, maybe we'll do a little bit more digging and then we can throw the culvert inside the hole and then dig from inside the culvert so we have protection from the wall. So the idea is to actually have weight on the top of the culvert and push it down as you go. And so you kind of what's that? Undermine. You undermine the culvert underneath and then you sink it down. And as you go, you just keep adding more culvert. The proper way to do it would be like with a well tile, which are concrete. And then the weight of them actually set them down as you go. So you would just be in the hole, you'd be digging, and it just slowly seeps itself into the ground. It's running in really fast right now. Let's show you that. Uh-oh. Look at that. We sprung a leak. Look at it. Look at it come in. Right there. What is it gold in there? Can you see that? It's actually like crazy. It's pouring in. You can see that fine sand? That's what we want. It's like filter sand. You can probably drink that stuff. It's probably like sticking my hole in the thing. Sticking my finger in the hole. Oh yeah, see how much water's in there? We're gonna be swimming soon in this. I better get digging or it's gonna start filling. About a month ago, I ended up getting a birch mattress for the off-grid cabin. And I basically got it in a box. It was shipped directly to my door. And I was able to bring it to the cabin, put it up top in the loft, unpack it, unroll it, and have a really awesome bed. I've liked it so much, I ended up getting one for my house. You guys are probably wondering, why would you ever pick birch mattress? Well, for one, it doesn't have any fiberglass. We all know I've been around enough fiberglass that I don't actually want to sleep with it. The other thing is the birch mattress doesn't contain any polyurethane foam, which gives you that nasty VOC off-gassing. Again, you don't want to be sleeping with that stuff. Birch mattresses are made with natural and organic material, so it gives you peace of mind while you lay your head down and go to sleep. I've had my mattress for a little over a month now, and what I like most about it is the fact that when I lay down, I don't feel any pressure points. Unlike my old mattress, I have a really easy time falling asleep. I lay down and it's just comfortable. I wake up more refreshed, less aches and pains, just overall better quality of sleep. After doing a little bit of research into why I don't have any pressure points, I discovered that the birch mattress is made with a Talale natural latex, which is, I don't know, it's a pressure points relieving substance. Another great thing about the birch mattress, other than it's named after one of my favorite trees, it comes with a 100-night guarantee and it comes with a 25-year warranty. Every birch mattress comes with 2 Eco-Rest pillows, which are made from recycled materials, which is better for the environment. And they breathe really well. I love my birch mattress, and I think you guys will too. If you guys are looking for a new bed, be sure to check out Birch Living for 20% off your purchase. And did I mention? It comes with 2 free pillows. Check it out today.
All you. Ready? Want to go?
Yeah, go. All right, we might hit bedrock. I'm not sure exactly. I was tinking away at it, but I don't really want to be down there without having a cylinder in there. So we put the culvert in there. Now I'm going to go down there and have a look. All right, well, I'm down about 6 feet. I think I'm not sitting on On bedrock, I've got the goo. I'm just going by hand because I can't actually work in here with a tool. So I'm just kind of reaching down and grabbing gunk and moving it. I'm about this far from the top of my boot. It's nice and cold. Smells sandy. You can see. Look what we got. Do we got any fun stuff in here? It's kind of gooey. Can you guys see me? Oh. There's definitely some hard, gooey stuff. There, what's that? Oh, it's a blob. I don't know. Oh. So what I'm trying to do is actually get the sides. There's a little bit holding the culvert up. So what I'm trying to do is actually dig down kind of beyond the culvert with their thing. So I grab like a handful of goo and I put it in the wheelbarrow. And Don, what's Don doing?
I'm getting the rocks out.
The big rocks out of the goo pile. If I sit down here long enough, I will be underwater, I think. Because, well, we're underwater now, kind of, sort of. So the idea is to just work my way around, getting the big rocks out. I hear Don, I hope he's not filling me in. There, another handful. Pay dirt! Look at that one. That feels like clay. See, the thing is, as long as you dig fast enough, your boots don't get full. You pull enough material out of the bottom. Uh-oh, camera got dirty. I think I got goo boogers. Well, I think the water level has exceeded my boot level. I don't know if I can get out of here without a ladder. Shimmy on up. I don't think I can. Maybe I'll just let the water level rise high enough and I will swim out. Don took the wheelbarrow and he went to drop off dirt. I'm stuck in a hole, Don!
Now I gotta go.
Yeah. I was just waiting for the water level to go up high enough. I'll just swim out. It's going in my boot though. It's going over the edge. I gotta get out. I gotta get out! It's kind of a little claustrophobic in here. Timmy! I'm Timmy and I'm stuck in the well! Alright. Fresh air. Okay. We ended up backfilling around the culvert with sand that we had laying around. We were be sure that we packed it kind of in tightly to allow the culvert to be securely held in place. It has ribs, so we tacked it between the ribs, and then at the very top we actually capped it with clay that we had from the actual dig in order to kind of prevent surface water from getting to our well water. We left the entrance to the well a little bit proud because we don't want groundwater filtering into our well from above. We don't want rainwater in it, we just want groundwater. So what we did was we actually took a bunch of rock that we had, again, laying around, and we stacked them kind of one row deep all the way up to the top. And then at a later date, what we're going to do is actually add some sort of a wishing well type device. But for the time being, what we did was we added a cable spool end in order to ensure nothing falls in the well, being frogs or animals or people. It's cool tool time! I get sent really cool things from time to time and I get to review them. This is the Agua axe. Can you see it? It's a It's a convertible axe, which is really cool about this thing. So if you take the little sheath thing off here, I've been trying it out and it's been actually quite nice. It's kind of like, I can equate it to the Fiskars, but more versatile. It's got a really light handle, and this is the neat part about it, is that it converts into a 14-inch hatchet. You use the supplied little tool and you can take the handle off into a small little hatchet. It's crazy sharp. I've been using it pretty much the whole time. As you can see, I've got the dirt on it. And when you want it back into a forest axe, you're chopping down a tree, or if you're splitting firewood or whatever. Like I said, I'm still learning on this guy. You just clip it in. And what's cool about this axe as well is it's made in Canada. It is currently in the process of getting CSA approved. So far, I highly recommend this thing. It hasn't let me down as of yet. I don't anticipate it letting me down, but I'm just testing it out, letting you guys know the cool things. It's the Agua, and it's the ADK 26, meaning it's a 26-inch forestry axe, and it converts down. Let's see if I can actually do it. Wow, I think you gotta kind of, they don't want it to fly apart, right? So it's not like it's just gonna come apart easily. You just kind of put your feet on it, and then, yeah, little hatchet. It's pretty cool. Link will be in the description below to get yourself your very own Agua forestry axe / hatchet. It comes with this little carrying case, so if you got your pack and you want to stick it in your pack and away camping. Anyways, check them out. The link will be in the description below. It's a cool tool. All right, now that I got my well all hooked up, what I want to do is pump from the well over to this location over here, which I'm going to put a water feature / filtration / bird bath. And what it's going to do is actually fill up and then spill over into the pond, and it's all going to be powered by solar, which is the Koenders DC solar powered water pump. And to do that, what I need to do is actually mount another solar panel beside this other solar panel, which is being currently used for our aeration system. Again, from Koenders, the aeration stone that goes in the bottom of the pond, it creates solar powered air that goes down and feeds our fish oxygen. So that's the plan. But I need to clear out a little bit of debris here. There's actually an old, well, a dead ash tree that's kind of sitting precarious. I'm not sure exactly where I can drop that one. Possibly straight down that way if I'm careful enough. I'm probably careful enough. You think I can drop this tree that way? Do you guys have confidence in my ability to drop that tree that way? What's the worst that can happen? It's nice and clear landing area. Let's I think that's first on the list, because I don't want to put a solar panel up and then have to cut a tree down. So let's cut that tree down first, and then we'll get the panels all sorted, and then the rod in, because it's in the shade right now, but it's going to be in the full sun in the afternoon. So let's deal with that first. All right, for my day to go well, this tree has to go directly that away from the panel. As you can see, there is a little bit of room between the panel and the tree. So as long as I notch it properly and make it go that way, I won't have a bad day. Wish me luck. Perfect. All right, that's the business end of that thing. That should hold up my solar panels. I gotta get out of the sun. It's getting hot. It's like insanely humid today. Like insanely humid today. It's moister. It's moister than an oyster out here. Oh, I gotta get some shade. Fortunately, solar panels provide shade, so that's the plan. Put that thing together and then get it up on that shtick. That was hard. That's the hardest part, I think. All right, let's get this done. All right, it's well pump time. This is the Koenders DC powered well pump, and it's submersible up to, this one in particular is up to 100 feet deep. You can put it in a in a well 100 feet deep. Ours is not 100 feet deep. It's about 6.5 feet deep with about, well, it's 30 inches diameter. So what it lacks in depth, it makes up in girth. It's pretty thick. It's a thick well. So my plan is to keep it off the ground. So what I'm going to do is actually put it in this bucket. And that'll keep the silt, the fines, from getting inside of it. And I got to hook up a hose to it. So I've got, what do I got? What do I got? Oh, my hose is over there. I've got a rigid, flexible hose with some hose clamps that I'm going to hook up to the end of it. That'll work. So this guy here is going to go, actually put that guy on first. And I'm going to put some rocks in here to make this thing sink. This pump is stainless steel, so it's pretty heavy to begin with. I'll put some more rocks in the bucket. Because I don't want to be pulling on the wires or the hose. I'm going to hook up like a pull line. It's got a handy little hook right here. Eye hook that you can just attach it. I'm using plastic because I don't want it to degrade, so it's like a polypropylene rope that is going to go inside there. There we go. Everything is going to be suspended outside. Then I have to do is drill some holes on the side because I don't actually want it to come over the top. I want it to come out the side. I want to be above grade, so I got no water coming in, groundwater coming in. All right, so that's all there is for the well side of it. We got our exit pipe, our pump pipe, and then our wire feed. And as you can tell, the wire feed is extremely long, so you can have your solar panel really far away from your well, which is ideal because our actually solar, where it's sunny, is over there, which is a significant distance away. We have success! We have water coming out of our well. Look at all that. Look at that. It's like fresh, cold water powered by the sun. That is not an insignificant amount of water. That's pretty good pressure too. Well, there you go. There's the water. We just got to make a water feature for it. As much as I like it just kind of coming out of a pipe, I've got some better ideas for that. So the sun just tucked behind a cloud, and as you can see, it is still pumping. Not as vigorously, but it's using as much sunlight as it can gather, and it's still pumping. So once the sun comes back out, it'll ramp back up and pump even more. That's still a significant amount of water. Let's see if we can get the sun to cooperate real time to come out and show us the difference. It's a big cloud. Well, maybe we'll have to wait for the cloud to come out. But that's cloud, and it's still operating. I don't know if you guys can hear down in there. There's not much sound happening. You can see a little bit of the vibration in the water, but it's almost imperceptible on the sound. So if you want this thing to be a water feature and you don't want to have that annoying buzz, you can't even hear it. All right, the sun came back out. Look at how it's it's a full-fledged geyser. That's full sun. Pretty cool. Gotta hook it up. This is the business end of the commercial wash basin. I've rigged up a piece of 2-inch gas pipe that I had laying around. I gotta put some Teflon tape in there, and that's gonna allow me to drain it if I ever need to drain it. And this is going to be my drain line to the pond. I took the time the other day to actually Bondo it in place because I don't have the proper fitting, and that's going to allow it to kind of have like an infinity pool edge at the top of it but it's pretty much sealed in there. Hopefully it doesn't leak. But if it does leak, it is, again, a pond. So I just got to hook that up. And yeah, hook up this piece and we're laughing. If you guys want to pick up your very own wash basin, they're on sale right now for, was it $9,986? That's insane! I got this one for free because they were throwing it out. Maybe I should just sell this thing. That's crazy. Maybe that's all the parts too. I don't know. Still seems rather expensive. $9,000 for this thing. All right, so my plan was to harvest a hollow log to have my water come out of the log, kind of give it a little bit more picturesque. Although, that happens to have wasps that live inside logs. So now they own my chainsaw. Apparently I picked a log that looked like it was hollow, and as it turns out, there is wasps that are living in there. They're swarming my saw. They've stung my hand. And now they own the saw. So guess you guys have fun with that saw. Be safe, I guess. I don't know. Guess I wait till nightfall to go grab it. I have to go back in their house. It's just sitting there, all alone, swarmed with bees. They've calmed down a little bit. I'm still debating whether or not I can go in there and grab it. I might just grab another saw. Can you see my saw? It's sitting right there. Although I'm not getting any closer than this. There's hornets, wasps, whatever the heck, the stingy little angry buggers are all the way around that saw. And I think they're living in the tree right beside it. I was going to, yeah, I can see the hornets coming out of it. And yeah, I guess it's a hollow log. That's the kind of one I want, but I don't want the one with hornets in it. So I'm gonna keep looking. I don't know if you guys can see that. They got me right in the hand. Oh. There's another log here. It looks hollow. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's hollow there. I don't know if I think there's any. It sounds hollow. Maybe as soon as I touch it with the saw. Oh! Hornets, come out! I'll give it a boot. Alright, let's try this one. You stay there. Good. Hollow log. See that? Hollow log. No bees, no hornets in there. I hope. Alright, we got her filling. This is the water coming out. It's going to fill all this up. And then we're going to have our water feature. I'm going to probably put like some sort of a rock on top of here. And it's going to permeate out of the rock. And then when it gets to the edge, it's going to overflow back down this tube and out of the log into the pond. It's already coming out of the log. Cool. Okay, so we're nearly at sunset here, and we still have water flowing out of the pipe, which is pretty cool. We don't even have direct sunlight on the panel. It's just like kind of overcast, or not even overcast, but like in the shadow. We're still got water coming out of our tube. I'd say that's a success. I'm gonna give it a whirl tomorrow afternoon to see maximum flow rate. But we got quite the flow, and it's nice cold water feeding the pond. As this log gets a little bit cleaned out from all the water going through it. Nice little water feature. Be nice fresh water, nice fresh cold water feeding the pond. So if you guys are looking for a like a solar powered water pump, this is the Koenders DC 1.5, which is, that means it's 1.5 gallons per minute with the solar panels. And what's really great about this pump is that you can pump water slowly to a like a catch basin up high, and then you can release it when it's not sunny, so you can actually have your water system. So like for irrigation, or even for like if you have an off-grid situation where you need to refill a cistern up high, this thing will plug away, you know, all day long, fill up your thing, and then if you have extra, you can actually just cast it away, and you know, no worse for wear sort of thing. So this is a great solution for that sort of situation. Or if you want to do what we're doing here, is essentially giving a you know, a freshwater system to our pond to allow animals to kind of, like I said, like a bird bath sort of feature. Frankie is really enjoying it. Frankie, you want a drink? Frankie really enjoys the fresh water. She's already been drinking out of that thing. But yeah, or you know, a really cool water feature. Yeah, nice trickling, the sound of trickling water. Well, in order to get that hole in that rock, I ended up using a hollow core Milwaukee drill bit, and I used some water as a lubricant and kind of added it as I pushed its way through the rock. And what that hole is going to allow me to do is actually slide my pipe up inside of it, and the water can squirt out the top, which is going to be very, very pretty. All right, well, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a tour of this project. So this here is the well that we dug. We hand dug it. We inserted a culvert in here, and that gives us our freshwater supply. What we have down there is a Koenders DC solar powered water pump, and it's humming away, and it's pumping the water out of there. It's traveling underground through a pipe over to our infinity water feature, which is going to allow us to replenish the pond with fresh cold water for our fish. It gives something like of a bird bath over here for all of the wildlife to enjoy. It adds a little bit of white noise, which I really like, the sound of running water. It's quite relaxing, and not to mention, it's pretty. I think it looks pretty darn neat. It's very very futuristic, I think, and rustic at the same time. We've got our exit pipe, which is a hollowed out cedar log, which has got cold fresh water coming out of that thing. So in theory, you could fill this guy up with like a cup, and away you go. We are using our DC powered solar water well pump in order to move water from our well to our water feature, and in turn can be used for cooking, for cleaning, for, you know, washing your hands, for any kind of water usage that you can think of that way. But generally speaking, these types of water pumps are used for farmers to pull water out of a pond in order to feed animals. So they don't want the livestock trudging through the pond and doing their business in the pond. So that's the idea. It moves it from one space to another relatively quickly, and it doesn't need a traditional AC hookups because it's all DC powered. It is powered by solar panels, which is really cool. The other neat thing with this pump is that it's equipped with a float switch. So what that allows you to do is you can set it so it doesn't pump your well dry. And it also protects your pump from running dry, which is also a really cool feature. I've used the check valve on my system in order to not deplete the water in the well. So it only pumps it down to a certain level, and then it shuts off until it's replenished, which then can turn back on and do it all over again, and always keeps my water feature with really fresh, cold water. One of the things I'm most impressed with this solar powered pump is that it moves water even on the cloudiest day. It's moving water. It doesn't move it as quick as the bright sunny days, but it still moves water even when it's extremely cloudy out. That's a pretty efficient use of power. As the well pulls the water out of there, that'll clear up the little bit of silt, a little bit of clay that's in there. But yeah, this thing is working awesome. If you guys need a solar powered water pump, you should check out Koenders at Nature's Pond Care. The link will be in the description below. Woo! We're building the hand dug well. Wow! That wasn't fun.